Today is Tip's birthday. She's 5. I think. I feel so bad when I say that because I don't always keep track. She's such a great dog. She's really mild-mannered. Oh, and she's got a beard. The groomer says Tip might consider herself non-binary, so she keeps the beard shaped up. People really get a kick out of that. She is so adorable. Well, Tip will have a great birthday. Do dogs know they're having a special day when they get special privileges? I hope so. So the girls have decided that we take Tip to the dog beach. What a great idea. The dog beach. They'll wake up soon and pack all of her outdoor toys. They'll probably try to skip breakfast out of sheer excitement. I'm really trying hard not to anticipate their bickering, but it's such a tough thing to do. I feel like I have to ground myself before Zara winds herself up because of some perceived injustice. I know I need to learn how to better equip them to deal with their conflict. Anyway, Tip will know that something is going on. She will know that something's happening with all the hurried movement. And she'll whine, hoping to be noticed. But of course, we are taking her. We'll also get ice cream from our favorite shop. They have dog cones. Again, such a great idea. Finally, we'll go watch fireworks after tonight's baseball game. The girls love to sit on top of the car through the sunroof. And Ray loves to capture all these moments on his Nikon. I'll make sure everyone has what they need and try my best to relax and stay in the moment. That's tough to do on a Sunday. Stay in the moment. Why didn't I take off work tomorrow? Actually, it's probably a good idea to go in. I'm off Friday for Ray's birthday. That reminds me, I really need to get that picture frame ASAP. I cannot wait to give him this gift. I found some old photos of him and his grandmother. I'm sure he hasn't seen these. I'm excited to frame them, and I'm thinking his office would be the perfect location. Well, the girls bickered. I was exhausted before we left the house. I had already felt inept because we weren't ready to leave the house until late afternoon. I want to be a mom that is able to plan activities and get her family out and about after breakfast. But I seem to have such trouble drumming up motivation and being focused enough to make it happen. I need to focus on the moving parts, the snacks, the water, straightening up the house, etc. But I'm so nervous. I'm so anxious. If there's any plan or obligation to be somewhere at a certain time, I am wound up from the start. And I know I make them nervous. I repeat instructions several times. And when I walk away, I'm anxious that it's not being done. When I come back, if it's not done, I feel defeated I feel like I'm completely inept. Do I need to write a to-do list for everything? What about them learning to be masters of their own domain? I want that for them. They're 11 and 8-year-old girls. They're really thoughtful, inquisitive, funny, and so creative. And because of their varied interests, they're always easily distracted. And with their distractions come anxiety for me. Actually, I will not blame the two of them for my feelings of anxiety. Those feelings have always been there. Anyway, sometimes I feel like they'd be better off if I weren't around every day. Not in a dead or deceased kind of way. It's just that I know I have nervous energy. So many of the small things are blown out of proportion, and it makes my girls unable to relax. We went to the dog beach. We had expectations that Tip would enjoy herself. But when we arrived, there were so many dogs, and all of them were off the leash. I could barely handle it, and Tip was so skittish. At one point, I had to raise my voice at a woman for being on the opposite side of the beach while her 75-pound dog was literally jumping on top of our 35-pound dog. This chocolate lab was so beautiful, but it would not stop jumping on Tip. So that exchange was a bit stressful. Following that, we tried to have Tip play in the beach. She refused. She was not excited about what I'm sure looked like a really big bath. LOL. Then Ray asked us where the dog treats were. He wanted to incentivize Tip to get in the water. Great idea. Well, the girls forgot them. Of course, I blamed myself. We bring treats everywhere we go. The girls kept bickering about who left the treats, who would hold her leash, who would hold the bags, who would hold the water bottles, how to encourage Tip to have fun. I was completely overwhelmed. Poor Tip. These strange dogs are following her around. We are fussing amongst ourselves about a plan of action. We were trying to get her to take the biggest bath ever without any treats. This was not fun for her. So quite naturally, the girls were not enjoying this experience. I told Ray that I had to step away. I gathered all the bags, all the water bottles, etc., and went to sit down at a nearby pond. Of course, 30 minutes later, when we reconnected, the girls gleefully talked about how they were finally able to get Tip acclimated to her surroundings and how she enjoyed the water a bit. But I knew for certain that had I stayed, my nervous energy would have been a deterrent to everyone's enjoyment, including my own. Shortly after lunch, the girls began asking about dinner. Are you kidding? That question, coupled with all the inquiries about vacation, the one I have yet to plan, made me feel tense and mentally confined. It sounds strange when I tell others, but I just want to be light and fun, to smile and laugh. I literally have to remind myself throughout the day to smile. There's this constant consideration for what's next, or what I'm not prepared for, or what I haven't done. And I know that I should not be anxious about tomorrow, but I am. How in the world do I raise these two beautiful girls without taking stuff like this personally? How in the world do I manage my expectations even when I can't manage theirs? Well, the non-beach part of the park was a great place to look out on the water. We enjoyed the views and walked the trails. We ended up getting ice cream at our favorite spot. Tip loved her vanilla, and I think she had a good day.